So actually, the first thing you're going to want to do is do sheets.new into your search bar, and that'll just open up a new Google Sheet. So I want you to start working in this Google Sheet, um, and I'm just going to pull up the Google Sheet that I've been working on. Say app demo. Okay. So there are a few different um, things that you're going to need to do just to get started with Glide. So the first thing is building out a little bit of structure in your Google Sheet before you create your Glide app. So before you go in and click create app from the Google Sheet, go into the Google Sheet itself. And I've set this up with all of the pages that you're going to need to build the full app that I was showing you over here. But to get started, we don't need to build out everything. I just want you to focus on this Homes um, uh, tab for now. So in the Homes tab, I already filled out some of this information. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of walk through what these are, and you can add them as I go, and feel free to pause the video and add in the information if you need more time. But the first is just an ID. This is, you'll see why I have this later. It's to match to another page. So add ID, selling price. So for now, I just want you to kind of plug in these attributes here that I'm highlighting in orange. So I want you to just plug in the first column, ID, selling price, status. This is whether it's for sale or for rent, description, neighborhood, street number, street name, city, state, zip code, bedrooms, bathrooms, square feet. This is blank. You don't have to leave this blank. You can just keep going if you'd like. Main picture. This, I'll show you how to pull in pictures into the app. Type. This, just house or apartment, condo. The year it's built, heating, cooling, parking, HOA fees. And these are all just attributes I found looking on Zillow. So I would recommend, what I recommend to actually fill in this information is go to Zillow yourself. So let's do that actually. So if you go to Zillow, and let's search New York City. The easiest way to kind of fill in a little bit of dummy data into the app, and this is necessary to kind of start building things out, is to go to Zillow. So once you've filled in all of those on the top, that is highlighted in orange, ignore these three for now: home range, full address, and full details. What this is doing is it's a Google Sheets formula that what this is doing is putting that address information, which is in separate cells over here, and it's pulling it into one cell, which is going to help us display it in a better way in the app. Same thing for full details, the home range. This is a formula to help us put the price into a range, so that way the user is going to be able to filter by price. These I highlighted just in orange. Don't worry about them for now. We'll come back to it later, and I'll explain these formulas and also paste the formulas in the notes, so that way you can just paste it in yourself. But kind of knowing some of these more basic Google Sheet formulas to pull in this data is really helpful in Glide. But for now, don't worry about it. So go ahead. I'll just do one more in here just so you can do it together with me. But after that, I'd like you to pull in like 3 or 4 homes. It's just going to be helpful to have the information as you're kind of working through your app. So I'll put an ID. I'll make that 4. Let me make this home $500,000. It's going to be for sale. And let's just get some information from, just choose a home in Zillow. And then I would just copy Command C, or you can right click and hit copy, and pull that in. And if you double click into the cell and you hit, and then you Command V or right click paste, what that'll do is paste it in without any formatting, which is helpful. So you want to double click, paste, and then hit enter. So this is just some description. You can also double click, delete that extra space. The neighborhood, let's just put this in Brooklyn as well. The street number, here you can, let's see, it's 130 West, 130 West 79th, street name. It's not really Brooklyn, but I'm just going to put that because it's going to make it easier. And then zip code, you can just kind of make it up or take it from Zillow. Bedrooms, let's put 3. Bathrooms, let's put 2. Square feet, let's put 2,000. Okay, picture. So here, if you go in, all you have to do is right click and then click copy image address. So if you copy the image address, what that's doing is that's the URL to this image. So then if you go here and you paste in that image address, that does not look correct. It should copy image address. Oh, yeah, so that's working. So you can see if you paste in that image to your browser, it'll just pull up basically the image. So here, that's the image. The hat type, let's put condo. Year built, let's put 2017. Heating, central. You don't have to have all these attributes, and you can add your own attributes, which you'll see later, but this is just helpful, I think, to show you what it looks like. HOA, let's just say 100 a month. Okay. Now, one thing that's cool, you can see because I already built in these formulas, as you add in more homes, it's automatically pulling in, like it's putting the address together, it's putting the full details, it's putting the home range, and it does that. So you only have to do these formulas once, and it'll automatically fill in the data as you go. One other thing I want to do, so you have this homes tab, so go ahead and pause and add in a few homes, which will be helpful to add those in before we create the app. But the next thing I wanted you to do after you do that is click over here on the plus button and create a new tab and name it pictures. So I want you to go into pictures, and we only need 2 columns, home ID and image. So under home ID, this is going to match over here in homes, ID, etc. So what I want you to do is put around 4 to 5 images per home. So all you have to do is add the home ID. So I just created my home that was 4, so I'm going to do 4, 4, 4, 4. And then what you want to do here is get a few more images. So do the same thing, right click, copy image address. There we go. Right click, copy image address. I'm just going to do 2. So there's a few extra pictures, and you'll see how we use that as well. So let's see. Once you have that filled out, the homes and the pictures, houses and homes and pictures,